So you've learned what makes the difference between management and leadership. Now I'm going to discuss with you 8 traits that when consistently developed and cultivated in a leader will lead to the effective leadership of your teams. The traits we are going to discuss today are competencies that were derived from the ideals of democratic and participative leadership. So it's good to understand the backgrounds of those approaches before we get into the details. A key belief in the foundation of democratic leadership is that managers find themselves to be most effective when they are able to appeal to an employee's sense of community in the workplace and motivate a shared desire within their team towards reaching a goal. Another belief essential to both democratic and participative leadership is that interpersonal skills are essential in creating a collaborative and engaged team. Some might even argue that a leader's interpersonal skills are more important than their technical skills in terms of managerial success. Important elements in democratic leadership are recognizing equality, creating mutually trusting relationships, understanding and fostering human dignity, and developing connections with your team. Values of participatory leadership include change, empowerment, and collaboration, as opposed to things like stability, control, and competition. So now that we understand the values behind these leadership approaches, we can discuss the 8 traits needed for effective leadership. The first trait is responsibility. This means making decisions with the team or company's best interest in mind, taking responsibility for your decisions, and accepting the outcomes of your decisions, whether the outcomes are good or bad. The second trait to discuss is that of cooperation. Cooperation includes engaging your direct reports to work together towards a common vision, asking for your report's input, and being an active participant in reaching your goal. Through cooperation and collaboration, good teams become great teams with outstanding results. This is what Steve Jobs considers the key to Apple's success, in fact. The third leadership trait is courage. This means being willing to take risks to achieve your team's common goal, even when this means having to question the way it has always been done and creating a new path. The fourth trait is one that may not be so obvious, but it is essential, and that is self-esteem. This means, first, having a positive view of yourself. Research shows that when individuals don't have a positive self-esteem, their decisions can be influenced by a feeling of inferiority and a need to overcompensate for their perceived weaknesses. As a leader, your decisions need to always be for the best of the team, so a positive and confident view of self is necessary. And second, having a positive view of your team and exhibiting a belief in the ability for your team to succeed is also essential. The fifth trait is the ability to coach. Coaching means teaching, prompting, and guiding your direct reports towards their own decisions instead of just telling them what to do. And it also means providing support to enhance the skills your reports already have. When you think of someone leading you down a path, you likely don't envision them pointing the right way and telling you to go. You also probably don't imagine that person just carrying you to your destination. More than likely, you envision that person guiding you and making the journey with you, but allowing you to carry yourself. This is what a leader does through coaching. They are with the person on the journey, but allowing that person to make the journey his or herself. Our next trait is demonstrating respect. A leader can demonstrate respect by showing interest in the contributions of your direct reports, exhibiting respect for your report's skills and knowledge, and asking for the input of your direct reports when making decisions. This increases buy-in, and it shows that you value their thoughts and opinions. An important trait in terms of employee engagement is recognizing achievements. You can do this in two ways: by giving regular, positive feedback, and by focusing on individuals' strengths and assets instead of their mistakes. Many managers make the mistake of only giving feedback when things have gone wrong. This leads to direct reports associating your presence with negative feedback. It's extremely important to make a conscious effort to provide positive feedback consistently and to focus on the strengths of your employees. And the eighth and final leadership trait is one that is directly related to creating that common vision for your group. And this trait is allowing employees to see their value to the organization. You can do this by explaining to reports how their contributions contribute to the organization's common vision, and helping reports to see and understand the alignment of their tasks to the organization's goal. So in that video, you heard many ideas relative to the traits we have already discussed. And in the end, she focuses on the importance of self-awareness. Now, it is time to take a moment to create a beginning to your own self-awareness. We will do this by each of you completing a self-assessment of your performance in terms of these 8 skills. So please take out your Leadership Traits Self-Assessment handout and take about 5 minutes to complete it. At the end of 5 minutes, your facilitator will wrap up this lesson. Thank you for your time.